is this, though, Irfan Nuruddin, Elon Musk and Donald Trump at play, using the Department of Government Expenses because they want to cut down on government expenses? We are told today 1,500 people have been served termination notice in USAID in Washington. And India is getting tangled in the domestic politics unleashed by the Trump-Musk duo. Is that the sense you get in Washington?
100%, Rajdeep, as your esteemed co-panelist said. I mean, this is American domestic politics. It is an attack on USAID, and more generally, it is an attack on America's role in the world. I mean, at the end of the day, the idea that this money spent, as your colleague Geeta Mohan said, was characterized as not being helpful to America is false, right? What Kennedy and every president after that understood is that America's power in the world was because of soft power. This is money that goes to help poor people around the world fight malaria, to fight hunger, starvation, and increasingly in recent years, to build market linkages, build entrepreneurship, etc. So what Trump and Musk are against is all of that. But look, what happened over here is you had Trump essentially talking, as Ambassador Singh said, factory politics. He's shooting from the hip. And what is the real claim over here? There are two claims. One is that money went for voter turnout. That in and of itself, even if it was true, and it's not true, even if it was true, is not inherently controversial. Having more people participate in elections is a good thing. But the second thing he said was, first he said, this is for going to my friend, Mr. Modi. The second thing he said is they wanted someone else elected. It is that second statement that is completely irresponsible on the part of Mr. Trump, because there's absolutely no evidence of any of that. And for the Indian government, for the pro-BJP side, from Amit Malviya and the IT cell, to seize on that is actually a second issue that we have to talk about, which is that it taps a deep insecurity within Indian politics right now about the role of civil society, about the role of a free media, and the notion that any funding going to train media journalists, just looking at the information on your screen, on our screens right now, the kind of projects that are funded, or to fund voter turnout is inherently anti-Mr. Modi, inherently anti-government, and therefore inherently anti-India is deeply problematic. At the end of the day, every paisa that enters India to from a foreign fund to an NGO is more scrutinized over the last decade than at any previous time. This is incredibly impossible. It's impossible to imagine that money in the amounts of millions was flowing into India to NGOs under the current government's watch, and they have absolutely no clue as to how that money was being spent or what the memoranda of understanding were governing that. If that's true, that's actually an admission on their part of gross negligence. And I don't believe that that's what they're trying to say.
Yeah, but you're saying that the whole notion of America getting deeply involved in enhancing voter turnout seems, prima facie to be a bit strange in the context of India.